to get it up here.
Okay. You're ready.
Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Thursday, October 9th, 2025, third day of the October term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment at the courthouse in Clinton, Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding commissioner, Jake Bradley, South District Commissioner, Mark Larson, North District Commissioner, Kelly Merritt, County Clerk. At 9 a.m., Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The minutes from the Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Bradley second motion. Motion carries. Closed minutes from the Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 meeting were read. Commissioner Bradley made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Larson second motion. Motion carried. Expenditures for the following departments were approved to be paid: buildings and grounds, law enforcement, GR, general county government, county clerk, road and bridge assessor, inmate security, 27th Circuit Treatment Court. Commissioners reviewed and approved the collector's report for the month of September. Commissioners reviewed and approved add-ons and abatements for the month of September. At 9:25 a.m., Sheriff Aaron Brown, Captain Michael Bobrook, and Captain Jackie Watson attended the meeting. They shared the sheriff's office report for the month of September. There was discussion on the detention center building. Sheriff Brown would like to get the building power washed. Commissioner Larson shared that after they did some painting work over there, they noticed that some caulking would need to be redone as it was falling apart and some was missing. Sheriff Brown went on to explain the September report. Captain Bellbrook shared the update on operations. Captain Watson shared an update on the detention center. There was a lot of discussion regarding housing federal inmates. Jackie and Aaron both shared their pros and cons with housing federal inmates. Sheriff Brown shared a 2025 grant activity report. The report outlines all activities awarded, closed, and pending grants for the Sheriff's Office in 2025. In total, the Henry County Sheriff's Office has secured or applied for a total of $380,371.26 in external funding during 2025. The grants have allowed them to improve officer and inmate security, strengthen roadway safety and enforcement, enhance operational technology and operational equipment, support deputy salary supplementation and retention, expand community and federal partnerships, and enhance facility safety with the detention center. Dennis Bowers, Road and Bridge Supervisor, attended the meeting. He shared a request for soft match credit for bridge number 2730001 in the amount of $112,139.41. Commissioner Stone signed the request. Dennis shared they started demolition on Southeast 100 Road Bridge in Bethlehem Township. He continued to update the commission on current projects in the county. Commissioner Larson shared that Shawnee Special would be getting with Dennis regarding the culvert they may put in. Assessor Scott Largen attended the meeting. He shared his recent conference attendance. He shared that the SB 190 issues seem to be in the spotlight still, as every single county is doing it different. He shared the program developers have developed a way to have the collector and the assessor system work together and update with the senior tax freeze. Commissioners reviewed and approved senior tax freeze application. Commissioners discussed timing on senior tax freeze applications in the instance where there are two applicants. One is not eligible for 2024 freeze, and one is, and both applicants applied. As long as one of them are eligible, they can freeze at 2024. Once the eligible individual is no longer eligible, the co-applicants here would be when they are eligible. There was a lot of discussion on the variables. Property insurance was discussed. Workman's comp insurance was discussed. Commissioner Bradley began discussion on storage for prosecuting attorney's office. A Connex box out of the Road and Bridge Department seems to be the best fit. Commissioner Larson is going to look into the price of rental of one. At 11:47 a.m., Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn the meeting. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Well, I know somewhere up there when we was talking about the sheriff's office, we'd ask Mark to give us a bid, get a bid on doing that.
You mentioned
Didn't
you did. You're right.
I
You did
mentioned it, and I
mention
thought, well,
to
it'd
get
be a
a
good
bid.
time that way it puts you in the spot that you don't have
We
to
need
be
to add
in.
that to the
You
minutes. You
shouldn't have
think?
to be. To
Yep.
me,
I think Chase is getting a hold of Aaron this week.
yeah.
So
I just don't want to get you in the spot. That's
Right.
everything.
No, good thinking.
What do you want in there? Because I put
Just that I mentioned it'd be nice if Mark would get a bid,
To do the rest
get a
of the
bid
building.
to do the rest of the building.
Now,
Oh,
let me ask. With the rest of the building, there's other things that are gray that's kind of fading. Are you thinking those
it
too?
would have been when he went by and looked at it. It was all of the doors. You and I were standing back there, and I can't remember what I told you how many I had already counted.
Oh, there was a lot,
Yeah.
Doors you had.
but I didn't know
You had
if
a
it was
list
talking
there.
windows.
And then the
Caulking.
canopies
Yeah.
that were above it, and I'm not sure, maybe the downspouts. I can't remember.
So we're basically talking anything that's gray, that's
Anything
got
that's
that
gray.
old gray
Yeah.
paint. Okay.
However, Les, I think it's good, and we
And-
need to get a bid on it.
Yeah.
And if it falls, if you think it's gonna be over that, then hey, we need to send it out for bid anyway, that way, but that way we kinda know what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That way somebody.
So
can
you want me to say,
And we all know that.
Commissioner Stone asked Commissioner Larson's if his company would bid the painting work. What do you want me to put in there?
Should we say, maybe,
Provide a bid.
provide,
Provide an estimate.
There you go.
estimate, RPQ. No, what's it called?
Oh,
RFQ.
RFP.
RFP. Yeah, the right.
PVC.
There you go.
So Commissioner Stone asked Commissioner Larson if his company would bid the painting work.
No, well, essentially,
An
that's what
estimate
it
to
is.
find out if we need to get bids.
Would submit an
An R-
estimate.
yeah. Or no, it sounds better than RPQ or whatever.
RFP. It's
RFP,
a
that's what
request
it
for
is.
price.
Request for price.
Okay.
RFP.
Don't worry, Kelly. I'm in the mud too.
I think that's probably the way you have to do
No,
it.
It'd be
I don't
an
think it-
SOL.
You don't think?
RFP. That's a request for proposal.
Yeah. That's it. Hello. Have you got? There's where you need your
I
AI.
take care of that sore throat of yours real quick here.
I'm gonna be down my throat. if you
Yeah.
want. I better shut up.
Drink.
I was just trying to word it to make
Yeah.
it sound more formal.
You all right?
It's 197 degrees in here today.
What?
At
It
least
might just-
196.
It
I
might
don't know
just
about
be
that.
me.
No, it's a bit warm.
Or can you? Yeah. that's-
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, it could be
Bruce, are you
cooler.
okay back there? You're not asleep yet.
It's not comfortable enough for him to sleep yet. As soon as that prints out, I'll get you to sleep.
Yeah. Mhm. How they coming on the basement? Is it done down there?
Have not had a chance to even make it down there yet.
Mark met with him.
I would, yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
it.
they were getting it closed up.
Yeah.
So I got there right before they closed it up. It was about all I got to see. I mean, I walked in, but they'll probably be starting actually grinding today. Yeah. Yeah.
That helps that sore throat.
Yeah, really.
Uh-oh. I don't know. It's for errands. I don't know if it's like an Amazon deal or it's kind of hard.
What?
Taxes.
If it's on the equity card, there ain't nothing you can do about it. I have at 10 a.m.
Business.
We can remind him to make sure he's paying attention to that. We still gotta pay our credit card bills.
See, I don't, that's why I wasn't for sure if it
Yeah.
was credit card or what.
Printex. We need to talk to Printex out of Sedalia. They can put that on their name to do it. Let's remember.
What you doing?
Well, just call them. We'll give them our number.
For what?
Sales tax. Should be sales tax in, yeah.
We've already
printouts.
charged it on our card. So we can't not,
Yeah, but what happens
Yeah.
when they do it again?
well, that's why I said we'll let Aaron know to let them know that
Alright. Cause I like to just,
Jim,
that way
what's
they have it
your,
on file.
what's your email? What's your email?
Jim PC, no, Jim at henrycomo.com.
Okay.
God,
you said it that way for so long.
gosh, gosh, I don't want that either. I'm trying to kill it. Trying to get everything straightened back up. Boy.
I don't see sales tax on there anyways. I see shipping.
Did I miss or look at it wrong?
Tax. What's that?
There's nothing there.
Oh, it's shipping. It is.
Well, then it's all good
Our
anyway.
eyes wasn't looking at it. Thank you for getting that corrected. You got it. She got it handled pretty quick.
Didn't need to call them after.
That's right. Don't worry about calling. Therapy, no.
Throw my note away.
Kevin Sullivan, remember Kevin?
Mhm.
Sent me an email. I just sent it to all three of you.
So he sent one the other day too.
Did you get it? I didn't know if he.
Uh,
I want to make sure.
hang on, ask about the sampling and.
That's
and
it. Okay,
yeah.
well, you did. Okay, well, I just resent it
Oh, that's okay.
to both. Kelly, I sent it to you too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. That's Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that got it.
Yeah.
That's the one that got hurt.
Yes.
Has anybody heard how he said?
I haven't heard any updates. You see, I didn't know Dennis was going to make it.
Well, he's politicking right now. Shit.
Dennis is?
Oh my gosh, I didn't see that ad.
I guess not.
Yeah. Well, he's running for mayor.
Is it really?
Windsor, yes.
Who?
Yes, Barris.
How long?
He ran for mayor
Yeah, he ran for it.
I thought he was
last
board
year.
member.
last time.
Last time. I thought I'd seen that.
How long a term do they
Or if
serve?
it's an old one.
Must
2
be
years?
an old one.
2
it
years?
ain't
Yeah, 'cause
even
they just had a
election
new one.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's an old one.
maybe an old one. Well, anyway, Pop, of course, I've been trying to delete a bunch of stuff out of my PC crap.
Oh. You're just getting caught up.
I tell you what, it's got some damn junk in it. Can't do nothing. I'll just. I was gonna ask him.
You know, I don't even think he ran for mayor last time. He ran for alderman. He ran for
Alderman.
mayor the time before that.
I was gonna say, I think I
It's
thought
been
it was board
several
member.
years.
Well, then I still had his Yeah,
Goodness.
I'd go vote for it.
Since
Can't
you
vote,
can vote
but-
in Windsor.
Yeah, since I vote for it. Yeah,
Because I think Windsor has a new mayor
Eric,
as of April, don't they? This is like the first time they've had a new mayor in quite
Mm-hmm.
some time.
Foreman, right?
you know,
Owner of Judy.
Judy's.
Yeah.
yeah, he's been there, but he's been there. Okay. We're about down in Car Rock Road.
Getting close.
Mark,
Jake, did
about
you
got
mark
all
them
yours?
off your
I'm getting ready to mark Osage Special. Yep. See what Jim did there.
Mark's got his all check. He is calling people. He isn't.
Yes, he was. I spent the afternoon
Ah,
talking to people.
See, I just turned in deep waters. So
I mean, you like
4, I think.
huh?
Maybe
4?
5.
Ah,
See, Bethlehem is just about done. Mount Hope is just about done. Walker's just about done. 4, I got 4. No, 5, I didn't declare.
How many total are there left? Do we have half done?
I think so. I think I've got some that are done that we don't have marked off.
Well, Jake and I went through last week and marked the ones that we had paid. And that was all of them, not just yours or his. So if it's not on there, we haven't paid them. Now I do have White Oak and Deepwater sitting over here to pay.
oh, that's yours. Why didn't it be here?
Yeah, why did
Yeah, he just signed that one this morning.
yours say as soon as I hear from rest?
I need to look at my book. Get on the truck.
I'm not gonna say anything because that's one job I can
Trying to keep them,
have. I can
get them done.
keep up with all of it. But
Well, y'all gotta stick with
when
that
Callie,
November
when
30th
Callie
date.
was down, I had to do some of his in the south. And I thought,
Oh, yeah.
God dang, here's a job.
You know, they've been really great to get along with.
Oh yeah, everybody it's just a matter of going around checking everything,
See, it's
making sure the culverts are open.
Clinton Township.
Got
Yeah,
one.
they had that road closed for so long.
Yeah. We get done, I'll go look in mine.
The end of November comes on pretty fast.
Yes, it does. November's just around the corner.
You would think they would get them done a little sooner than 1st of November.
Yeah.
Well, as dry as it's been this year, there's, been plenty of time to.
Yes.
The ones
Sometimes
I've
the
got
weather
back.
don't cooperate.
Well, sometimes they say it's because it's dry. If it's too dry, then they can't do it.
Yeah, between breakdowns,
They're all trying to find
Operators,
somebody
Too
to
many
do
of them don't have straight or don't have
that.
and then
find
getting in and
somebody-
out of the fields for themselves. Make it.
Yeah.
have a couple budget amendment questions before I proceed. The road and bridge budget. We have BRO monies. The budget was already done before the BRO monies came in, or, you know, so we are over our budget, and we can fix that during budget amendment time if you guys want to do that or willing to do
Needs to
that.
be, cause ain't that the ones
haven't
that's,
done that
is that the bridge that's done?
Yeah, the bridge is
Yeah,
done.
yeah, when they're done, then
So.
you need to get her cleaned up.
I just wanted to make sure before I spent any time on that.
Yep. We need to do
And next, that's the sheriff's office. So worried about the sheriff's one.
So which one was you talking about, Kelly, and Road and Bridge?
The road and bridge of the BRO line.
The BRO. Okay. Well, there's two. $30 or $31.
Let me pull it up. Hour 30. That is the bridge that we have completed. Sorry, I had to look.
You're
We budgeted 570,000 and we spent 578,03. Now we get reimbursed from the state, so that's why we
Yeah.
can change that.
Yeah.
and the salt patch.
Brad.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Soft match not on the BRO.
No,
Okay.
That doesn't apply there. The soft match money doesn't.
well, it's our 20 that we have to pay.
Right.
Yeah. That should-
Okay. I see what you mean.
Are you seeing it
Uh huh.
on that 130?
Uh huh.
We can clean that up
Okay.
because we received the money back on that too. So. I was gonna share the coroner's budget, my thoughts.
Did you get on that?
And the GIS department. You guys can handle Brad if you wanna do that.
Huh?
We have an appointment at 10.
Okay,
If you wanna go ahead and have Brad while I'm making copies, go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay.
She's working on that.
I was following up. Jake came to our road board meeting, and appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah.
And I was following up on a couple of questions that some of the townships had. I can't remember the acronym for it, but what is that money? Not TIF.
Tilt,
Tilt.
payment in lieu of taxes.
Yeah.
Good times.
Did we ever decide where that comes from, or what we're going to do with it? Or
We do receive it. The correct me if I'm wrong. The townships don't receive it. We receive it.
right?
It is figured into our budget.
Okay,
Uh,
so that's just going to kind of stay the same that way, probably.
well, as far as us receiving it, yes, because that's just how they do it. Now for budget next year, Mark and I is hoping to dive in deeper and help out the townships with more money is going forward.
Okay,
And that's probably one place we're going to have to look.
okay,
So if I may for a second, it's a payment from the federal government because we have federal land. It's not actually divided by township or you have this much federal land in this township. It's just a big old lump that
okay.
they send us.
Okay, so probably would be easier instead of trying to split that and maybe just keep it in the in the ball field, and then you guys can do stuff.
On
Right.
the marine tax, y'all can, didn't they fall for that?
Yeah.
They- and you
So
all
you
got
got, you got the marine tax. Now,
Yeah.
that is your roads conservation on
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I was kind of thinking. Oh, well, one more question, and then the thing I was thinking: Did you guys get figured out a different formula for cart rock going forward? Is it going to be, instead of just the flat rate per mile, is it going to be a little bit different? Like we talked about at the last township meeting.
Which part of that? I mean, we talked about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So,
It's 240. Excuse me. $240 per mile right now. And that's what we haven't 100%. I mean, I don't see any reason for changing the formula per se, but definitely the amount. Jake and I talked about it a little bit, but when I was on the road boards 10 years ago, the county was bringing in like $600,000. We were getting, as a road district, you were getting 51% in the, or maybe it's either you were getting 51, the county was getting 49. It was the reverse, honestly.
and as in you all, you mean every township.
Yeah.
Right, every township. So, and it, like I've said, that was really good. I mean, that's a pretty even shake, actually. As time went on, by the time we got to the 10 years with my last year in it, they were bringing in 1.3, 1.2 million. We were still drawing the $240 per mile at that point. The way it was done actually worked out good because, like I've said, it allowed Road and Bridge. They didn't. I mean, a lot of the stuff they owned was pretty ratty.
yeah.
It allowed Dennis to beef up everything he needed, get the stuff that he needed. In my mind, I've said that I think it's a good idea that we go back and try to reverse that. What I'd like to do is I'd like to give the road districts 50%, 49%, 40. Right now, you're getting 32 is what you're getting, which would almost double. I don't know what you guys get for your cart. Jake probably knows. It would almost double that.
16 grand.
Okay, so
Cart 16,
you get close. Let's say you get $30,000. Okay, if we could do that for 2 or 3 years and get you guys and all the townships to the point where you guys are going to be able, because we don't have anybody. There's only a few that actually have enough money to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
So because you can't do that, and you're calling Dennis to do it. So we're spending it one way or the other, but it's a whole lot easier if you guys handle some of this yourself. It may even allow you guys to get equipment to be able to do some of that stuff. But in saying that, and I had mentioned this to Jake also, when we have that meeting with all the townships, I don't want to come across as a jerk, but I'm going to. If we do this and we allow, because it's totally up to us how that cart money is dispersed. I'm sitting on both sides, so I know what you need. I will say we have some townships that aren't probably doing the best job with the money that they got. So for me, if I'm going to step out here and I'm going to come alongside you and give you that money, then you're going to do your job, because if not, next year, seeing as how it's up to us, you're not going to get it. So, and I want to make that perfectly clear. The object is to help the townships and the road boards to be able to do their job. If they're not going to do their job, then you're going to pay us to do it for you. I mean, that sounds like a jerk, but it's the honest to God truth. Because you're all grown men. We shouldn't have to say, hey, I'm getting phone calls all the time because your road's got potholes in it. If you're not putting gravel down, you're not doing this right, whatnot. I want to come alongside you guys to give you the money that you need to be able to do that, but it's going to be on you guys to do it. I think that will be a little fair. Now, that doesn't mean, 3-4 years, whether I'm here, whether I'm not, Jake's still here. there's going to come a point to where Dennis is probably going to need money. It's like anything else, everything wears out. And we may have to go back, instead of you guys getting 51, you're going to get 46. Whatever we, pardon me?
We'll start a civil war between the townships
Well,
and the county government.
Yeah, and it may very well be, but the bottom line, like I said, without sounding like a jerk, it's up to us what we do. I know Jake wants to. We want to give you guys what you need to be able to do your job because it's going to take a load off of this. The biggest issue is going to be, and I don't mean you, because I have no idea how you guys run your township. But the biggest thing is going to be, if you're given this money, then you need, he shouldn't be taking calls. I shouldn't be taking calls about the roads are crap.
Right.
So, that is my thought. I mean, like I said, we kind of discussed it a little bit, not gotten down.
It's hard to get in too
woods.
deep whenever we still got to look at the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just knew it was getting budget time. And I think one of the things that I thought we talked about then that makes sense to me, and I'm going to try to say it to where it makes sense to everybody, but, I know that the amount of money that comes in from the county is based off fuel tax, right? A lot of it.
Yeah,
So that fluctuates daily. It seems to me like it would be easier to base, instead of a flat dollar amount per mile, a percentage, because then that percentage that we get will also fluctuate with you guys to where you're not necessarily having to.
Well, that's kind of what Mark's talking about with
Yeah.
and I apologize, I just cut you off. But
No, you're
between
good.
the
That's what they're
59
trying
to
to
50, the 49 to 51% on how
It
the
should
money.
always fluctuate.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you guys are in the same ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was wondering if we're still on track for that kind of thing.
That's what we're going to
What-
shoot for.
What they're trying to do is give y'all the power to be able to put your gravel where you need it
Yeah.
and then get it done and then not have to deal with it. That's what, and it's a great idea, just as, like I said, and they're gonna watch the townships. When they don't do it, then they're gonna, now how they do that, I don't know.
Well, you might like my next idea. my next thought. I would like to strengthen the partnership between townships and county commission. I think for decades
We need to.
it has been strained, and I think a lot of it probably has to do with miscommunication and the fact that not a lot of people can come up here during business hours because they're working and township stuff is part time or whatever. I would like to see. I think what would be helpful anyway would be some liaisons or a liaison or something between the townships and the county commission just to improve that line of communication. And that was something that I kind of worked on in my previous role with emergency management, getting the rosters updated, making sure we had good contact info for everybody. But I think that might be something to look at for the commission because you guys got a lot going on, but it'd be nice to have somebody in the middle or some people, depending, north side, south side, or east and west, however you want to do it, that would be able to communicate with all the townships. And that way, when they have their groans and complaints, it could be brought to you guys in a timely manner. And the same backwards, if you guys have issues or whatever, thoughts about, or you're wanting to pass an ordinance that has to do with townships, pass it back to your liaisons and let them bring back some, what are the thoughts of the townships?
Not
Sounds
it.
good. Not it? Oh,
Not it.
You don't have
Kelly's
that.
not volunteering for that.
Well, I will tell you what I tried to do, and I would, so you understand my success with it. When I was running, I told people that what I wanted to try to do was to at least hit everybody's road board meetings at least once throughout the year. I think I probably made it to 5 or 6. Now I don't even, honestly, it's probably not even that many. Now I've been to a couple of them 2 or 3 times. I've tried calling some. Well, we're not really sure when we have going to. We'll have to figure out when we're going to have a meeting. Or I didn't get a phone call back. And I'll just be honest with you. Maybe this is the wrong attitude to have, but I'm going to call you, and I may call you twice, and after that, you're on your own. You can either try to make this work or don't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thought. If that I was willing to be the liaison, but I'm going to go so far, and then that's it. I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
if you are not, part of the issue has been, and I've found this big time, and I will say it is getting better, but in my mind, the road boards all need to understand they are actually a government entity, and they need to act as such. They need to post their meetings. They need to keep minutes. They need to have meetings where it's not 6 o'clock in the morning when nobody can go. If you're a concerned citizen and you want to go to it, I doubt very seriously you're going to get up at 5:30 to go to a road board meeting.
I have a hard enough time getting up that early.
Yeah.
My
So,
kids ready
so
for
I mean, for me, like I said, we're here, and I think I can say Jake is too, to help you guys as much as
Oh, yeah.
possible. But you're going to have to help yourselves a little bit.
Luckily
And-
enough,
and-
you guys don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't, and I'm coming from that where we don't really have those issues, and I know some townships do, but and I think it'd be a thing that, you know, if something like that worked out, you probably wouldn't have 100% buy-in from all the townships right away, but maybe after a couple of years of them seeing, you know, hey, our relationship is better because we're having this better communication back and forth, maybe then they would buy in a little bit. And also it helps, you know, the meetings are great, but when they walk out of there, you know, I know not everything's done like we talked about in meetings, like you talked about minutes and just keeping things formal. But my hope is that would improve with
Yeah.
time. And it could be just pipe dreaming, but I got plenty of time nowadays to do that. So,
Well, it's worth a shot to try to get it to that point, you
Right.
know.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
just a
No.
thought I wanted to throw at you guys.
I
It'd
know
be good
for
to, would
my
be good
s-
to maybe have a quarterly meeting, just like the one on South, have everybody in your area. It'd be a lot less people that maybe you could get to one spot
I
and
actually
have,
did think
just have a
about
short
That's
meeting.
actually not a bad
Just
idea.
I mean, and then,
it would be
then
easier
one,
for me
Drake
to
can
tell
have
them.
one for the
Yeah.
South, and I don't care, you could have it up here or wherever you want it,
Right.
but at least you get, if you can just get your main people to the one meeting, and that'd cut down the people.
Right.
How many you gotta get, and maybe you can make it work. That'd be my thoughts. That'd help you because it's everything.
No, that's a
North.
good idea. I thought of that the other day. If we could just, and
'Cause I've
no
been thinking
offense,
it's
but
just
you
that
have
way
your meeting with your
communication
side,
a lot
I'll have
closer.
my meeting with my side.
It's less people to deal with too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was glad for the turnout at the last meeting, but it was almost too much.
It was big.
It was a big meeting.
Yeah, you can get too many involved.
Right.
That's I think I think that's what happens when we get everybody together over there to have all the townships. It's a good idea, except you get a lot of different ideas and they don't go ahead.
Yeah.
And
Anything we can
That's
do to
my
keep
thought.
from torches and pitchforks being brought, you know, I think it's a good thing.
but I'll tell you what time
I appreciate
what time worked with Marty out here on just White Oak.
Uh-huh.
I'd call, he'd run out here and we'd all talk. Everybody was on one page and boy, it really turned out for the best, really.
Yeah.
And
I wish every case was that way.
I'll tell you what, Marty I was tickled to death with everything he done. Sometimes we had short notice because of MoDOT people. He'd show up and we need to be out there. He just was taking care of it. Either that or there'd be a phone call.
Yeah.
Either way. You do it. But I think that'd be my thought is they cut down the amount of people you have to. When you get 6 or 8, you can get them to show up. If you're asking for 100, it's hard to get all of them at one
But
time.
like Mark, I found myself hard to get to all the meetings because I hadn't either
Yeah.
heard about the meetings or they've changed the
Yeah.
meeting when the meeting is, or I've got other townships occupying more of my time to where it's harder to get there,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I'm not faulting you guys. I mean, I don't see how you could possibly do it, honestly, getting all the meetings all the time, especially.
I haven't been able to do it yet, so
No. So I appreciate
trying.
you yours. Yeah, so no fault there. But anyway, just thoughts. I was in town this morning and thought I wanted to know about that. It's just follow up thoughts. So food for thought, I guess.
change up things. 400 is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna get rock on that this week?
Hope so. Yeah,
Okay.
and our conservation contract, I don't know, they've been stalling a little bit. We were supposed to have that a couple of weeks ago, so we actually haven't put any conservation rock on it yet. So that'll really help.
That'll start
Okay.
over on let's start on the other side of 400 RW.
Yes.
That's what I was wondering because he's getting some potholes over there.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get them cut out.
we're finally getting a little bit of rain too, so.
Yeah, that'd help that much either.
Roads
Yeah.
are looking, or the ditches are looking good over there, you got their mowing, so.
Yep.
But that's all I had, just food for thought on that.
Appreciate
Okay.
that. Yeah, no, that's
Anything I can do to help, I will, so.
All right. Thank you, Brad.
that'll come in handy.
I'll leave it to you, Bruce.
What is quarterly? Every 3 months or 4 months?
Yes.
Quarterly, no.
3,
Okay.
4, something like that.
Depends on the-
3.
Dennis is here.
He's left.
Mark, to answer your question you had here a couple weeks ago, I guess it's been one of them underlying rules that we've had about the mowing, that if you're special, you get the brush cutting instead of the brush hog. So, as far as I know, we do not have that in writing. If you want to get something in writing,
Probably need to.
but we've always handled it as if you're special, you get brush cut because your hours are so limited and you don't need brush cut.
Right,
And that's just specials, right?
Do it.
Just
That's just
special.
just
special.
specials.
Now, Tebow here a couple years ago contacted us and told us not to worry about brush hogging theirs because they hired somebody to brush hog theirs, but the board's changed and everything, so I need to reach back out to them and see if that's the same case or if we need to start moving. Now, Jake,
Hold on just a second. Townships get both.
yes,
All right, now I'm ready. Oh, this is gonna be exhausting. I can already tell.
That ain't good the way.
it won't cost that much to bring that road up to county specs if you so choose to.
Okay.
Uh,
Now, just so
probably $2,000 or $3,000, mainly for rock.
okay, just so you guys know, that is the Osage Special 1250,
No, it's 1051.
1051. That's right.
It's a private.
I ain't seen it.
Private.
It is the road in question over possible litigation. Across from down there by Finding across. From,
1201.
did you say 1201?
Yep, southeast
I
1201.
think I'd have that burned in my mind. You said 3,000?
It'd be 3,000 mainly all in rock.
Not ditching and pipes.
Well, I don't. It's so flat through there. I don't foresee any pipes going in, especially on that one side.
Okay.
I mean, what they do with their ditching on that would be up to the township because. But what I was going to say is that road is a lot wider than a lot of our state routes or state county routes we have now.
Okay.
So, I mean, just like down there in Fairview where we're picking up on 1,000, that road there is probably 14 foot wide. And this road down here is like 20 foot wide.
I knew in
So-
places it was awfully wide. How about the easements, though?
The one big thing you got to keep in consideration if you accept something like that down there, of all these other private roads that you're going to be opening up cans of worms just because one guy wants to sit there and tell you that he's going to sue you if you don't do this.
Oh, I agree.
I mean,
And once you
you
said
got
it,
somebody out here in Davis Township that'll jump all over that bandwagon
Yeah.
if you do something like that.
you got to remember
I've
once you
already
do
thought
that,
that
it
through.
could come back all the way around.
May not have a choice, guys.
Could be a tough deal though.
You know, once we found out there was a problem there, we fixed it, created,
Another.
solved an issue that, you know, where taxpayer dollars was accidentally being misused. And we've eliminated that now, and we've solved the problem. If they want to take us to court, I'd say take us to court because we're just trying to do our due diligence on fixing the mistakes that we have.
I agree. Just
But
checking all avenues first.
yeah, you just got to keep that in mind. If you do something like that down there, you got all these other private roads. It's going to say, "Hey, back in 2010, they accidentally graded our road. Now we want it maintained all the time."
Right.
So I mean, it's just a big can of worms. I wouldn't want to tackle. But also, I understand your point. You want to weigh out all odds before you have to go to court and explain everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel we have to.
That
Just so I understand the process, that road gets brought up to spec, how, our specs. You then turn it in, if we choose to take it on. You then turn that into the state to be put on the
inventory list.
inventory list, and then we start receiving road tax or gas tax off that, correct?
And you're going to be receiving pennies on dollars that you spend.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you got to consider is all the mailbox changing of addresses because that's a private road. So you'd have to have 911 recognize that as a county road now, and then all the addresses have to change.
Thank you.
I'm just telling you all the stuff that I can think of.
I didn't think of that.
There'll be more. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
Then you're gonna have to get with Scott and get integrity mapping all updated and changed over.
Okay. That one doesn't scare me near as bad. Okay. Well, next Tuesday, not next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday we're having a meet. There's going to be a meeting down there at Rick's shop, so we'll know more then. Speaking of Davis Township,
I mean, there ain't a lot of room there,
right?
but there is some. So
Okay.
Otherwise, we're picking up dirt in Fairview. We should finish it up, if not today, first thing in the morning. We didn't get to work on it last Friday due to the rain.
Right. Okay.
So that makes about like 7 different townships we picked up dirt for.
Okay.
So.
Thank you for checking in on all that for me, Dennis.
It's just, it'd be one thing after another if it so chooses to be.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Otherwise, we started tearing out the bridge out here on 100. We got a list of pipes going again, so whenever I get time, we'll get pipes put in the ground. Mark, is there anything from you?
Did they get a hold of you? I think it was Shawnee, the one that's got all the bad culverts. Did he get a hold of you about they were going to go through and mark which ones they actually wanted to do?
No.
They never got a hold of you. Okay. He's going to. I went to their board meeting the other day and they were talking to Rick. they were going to try to get that done and get with you. Because they were going to use their cart money for that, which actually that is a question. Because I don't know how busy you are, and I don't know how many exactly they've got.
They have somewhere in their whole area of around 45.
Yeah. So you're not going to get. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to put one in, but I mean, let's just say they've got 10 or 15. You're busy, and you can't get to that before the end of November. They're going to use their cart money for that. So I've got to either cut the check and hang on to it, I'm guessing. That way they don't.
If
You
you
see
guys-
what I'm
if you-
saying?
If you guys so choose to vote that way and do that, otherwise they just lose the cart rock funds
Yeah.
and then they won't get the pipe put in. But because we're running on a tight schedule, then we got about 40 days left till the end of November. Just like this cart rock road down here in Fairview, I dropped what I'm working on and go get it done. That's just like those pipes. It'll take us probably about a week to do because I have 2 trucks and 2 machines running.
Okay.
So it'd take us about a week to do all the pipes that they would need done.
Okay. That was my concern. 'Cause I
The
don't want.
bridge, the bridge will be put on hold until we get the cart rock stuff done.
Okay. Because I didn't want to screw them out of their cart money, but I also didn't want to pay them before they got it done. So that's why I wondered if I would be able to at least cut the check and hold it. And then when they get it done, because you're going to send them a bill, kind of give them the check after they get it done, and then they can pay the bill. So, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't know how busy you were. The other question was, I'm trying to remember, Brian Mouse. He was either Brian or Kent Leonard one called, wondering, because I remember me calling you about that gravel going around that curve, and I told them then that I didn't know how soon you would get to it. You said you'd get to it as quick as you could, but I also knew you were busy. So they called and were wondering when I thought you might get that.
Probably this week.
Okay, that I mean, I'm good with that. Like I told them, you were busy, so.
I mean, I can fit it in any time of the day unless my trucks are tied up hauling dirt.
Right.
And so as soon as they get done hauling dirt, I can send most everybody back out to the bridge and send one guy up there. That's all it's going to take to spread the living rock.
Okay, great. That's all.
So I should be able to get to it sometime this week.
Okay, appreciate it.
And I got a pipe or 2 I got to put in for Kent Leonard, and I got to replace a stop sign for them up there. So I mean, I got a day or 2 worth of work up there for Kent Leonard. Jake, it's your turn.
It's already had a turn.
Speak or hold your breath.
I'm not holding breath. I'm good.
Jim, you got anything?
Good.
Kelly, I'd like to speak with you sometime today or tomorrow. I got to run some things by you before I run it by the commission.
Okay.
Oh, yes, there is one more big ticket item I need to mention. Not knowing, most generally we caught it in time, but not the new mower max, but the old mower max. We busted a pin on it, and we didn't catch it in time. And basically, we can have a company come in and rebore all the holes and everything and get them back to where they're supposed to be and spend about $4,000 on fixing everything. And then it's not going to be a guarantee that it's going to be fixed forever. Or Mower Max said that they could upgrade us from 1.5-inch pins to 1.75-inch pins. And they've changed pin manufacturers because the pins was failing, and it cost us right at $9,500. Me and Rodney sat down and discussed it and stuff, and we would rather go with the $9,500 fix and have all the new big pin cylinders and everything. It's in my budget.
I was getting ready to ask you.
That's
that.
what I'd do.
Yep.
This is mine.
So
How long will it be? When can they do it?
well, if I can get it ordered today, we could have all the parts by the end of next week and have it back together in a day.
I do.
I mean, it's been down for a week and a half, 2 weeks while we've been trying to figure out what's all wrong with it. Finally, I had more Max come up and they took it apart and figured out that everything that was wrong with it, all the holes are on that main, it's on the main boom and the main
Yeah.
twist cylinder. All the holes are egg-shaped and everything, which gives it too much play, and that's why it's breaking the bolts or pins.
Is the new one the same way?
Nope, it's 1 3/4. It came out 1 3/4.
Do we have to make a motion for that?
No,
No,
it's
it's
different.
It's under
$12,000.
budget. We can pay for it.
So, but before I spent 9,500, I wanted to let y'all know.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Sounds good.
Jim, you got anything?
No.
Kelly, you got anything?
No.
Okay, we'll sit over here in my corner and be quiet.
Okay.
We are supposed to have a 10 a.m.
Who?
Insurance guy?
and some insurance
Oh.
salesman. You
Is
put
he-
him on the.
Is he here?
I don't know.
Oh, I did turn in a doctor's excuse for James Coley. He's approximately going to be off the next 180 days. And
Hi, come on.
anyway, he should be having surgery today or tomorrow. But I wanted to give you guys an update on that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you sure?
Hi, good morning.
Alright,
Fine. How are you today?
great, great.
I guess we're ready for you guys.
Oh, very well. You want me?
Yeah, just you can sit over at the table if you want to, however y'all want it. Did y'all write your names down? Good.
Jim, you need a refill on some coffee?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Kelly?
I'm good, thank you.
This early morning meetings, or you guys like halfway through?
That's
About
good.
half.
About halfway through.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I am.
I'm.
Oh,
Go ahead. What's your name?
oh, Yannick. I was gonna say, I'm Yannick.
Yannick?
Yes, sir.
My name's Danny Wilkerson.
Okay. I'm Jim Stone, presiding commissioner. This is
Jake Bradley.
Bradley.
Southland.
Mark Larson?
Okay. And this is Carolyn Marietta, county clerk.
Hi, Kelly. Remember?
You probably talk. Okay.
So we are brokers out of Springfield, Missouri. So we primarily are brokers on the supplemental side of things. Although we do everything from your major medical to supplemental, the only thing we don't do is car insurance. We do understand that you guys currently have a broker for your major medical, health insurance, dental, all that good stuff. But there's like a lack of brokers in the supplemental space, kind of like your Aflac, Conservas, Colonial, Guardian. So those companies are actually they're agencies. They do provide great policies, which is good. What we do find is the price and the value is not up to par, right? When it comes to counties and cities. So we are with the Axios Group out of Springfield, Missouri, and we're working with a lot of counties and cities. We do a free risk assessment. We come in, we take a look at the bills, and then we go to the marketplace and we shop around. And just like your regular health broker will do for you on the supplemental side, we'll do that. We'll take the county SIC code, go to the marketplace, look at all 78 carriers, and then it's going to tell us exactly what you guys are qualified for, instead of like a random agency that's presenting to you guys random supplementals, right? Sometimes when you have a health broker, the health broker will go shop for your health insurance, and then he'll just add a random supplemental like Aflac, and people just go ahead and do it, which will be very cost effective, right? So what I did was I went ahead and ran you guys SIC code here. So you guys qualify for accident, disability, critical illness, universal, and hospital. They all sound the same. What most of the companies provide is going to be the details, and I'll touch upon the different things that we provide. So whenever I go to the marketplace, I can see Aflac, I can see Globe, I can see all 78 carriers, right? And your SIC is going to tell me exactly what you guys qualify for. So what I'm going to do is, or what I did was I put everything that all the other companies already have in their accidental plan, and I find stuff that they didn't have to add more value to that plan, right? So we include in the accidental plan, we include a wellness package for all the employees, right? So once a year, all the employees could go get a full physical. Whenever they do that, we tell them to use that as their first claim. Whenever you file a claim, we're going to give you $100 just for taking a checkup. So in turn, when you file a claim, you get a check from us for $125 just for going to the full physical. Another thing is most companies, whenever you get an accident, you'll file a claim, you get paid out, right? But if you need to go to rehab, most companies, you have to cover your own rehab costs, right? So with us, we're going to cover your rehab costs where you have to go to a rehab center, or if you have to rehab at your house, we're going to cover those costs for you as well. So that's something that's unique, but most plans don't have as well, right? Another thing is we could stack the plans up onto one another. So what that means is, let's say if you get hurt and you go to the hospital, every level within the health department you go to, you're gonna get paid out. So you go to your primary doctor, you're gonna get paid out. You go to the emergency room, you're gonna get paid out. ICU, you're gonna get paid out. So every level within the health department you go to, you're gonna get paid out. Instead of like just getting like a random, like, hey, I get an accident, you file a claim, here's it. No, we take our time and make sure every department you go to, you get paid out for that. If you need to go to rehab, we take care of you as well. Another thing, based on research, we noticed that the area for overnight stay in the hospital is between $90 and $150, what most companies going to cover you for. We give you an option to get a check between $500 to $1,200 if in case you're overnight in the hospital. So that's where we kind of build the value for the employees. If you were to go to the ICU, it's between $1,000 and $2,500 with the ICU. So that's where we try to build the value with most of the other companies. Of course, we include the 20,000 accidental death coverage as well. That's going to be in there for you guys as well. Within this plan, most companies have a separate plan for dental vision, for accidental dental and vision. We include the accidental dental and vision in the accidental plan. So you're not paying extra for dental and extra for vision. It's all included in here for you guys. So you're not overpaying as well. You could file 2 claims at the same time. This one accident, there's a coma in there, critical illness. Coma is also included in there. So in case someone do get in a coma in an accident, they can file an accidental claim and they can file a critical illness claim because it qualifies in both, right? So you can do that as well. And let's go to critical illness. So most companies, whenever you look at critical illness, they have a separate claim for cancer. They have one for ICU, and then you have critical illness itself. So if you look at it, or whenever we do a free risk assessment, what we're going to find is most employees, they're paying 3 different times: critical illness, cancer, and ICU, right? So what we did was we just put everything into one because all of those plans are critical illness, right? So most companies, if you get cancer or heart attack or stroke, they give you an option to get a check between $5,000 to $50,000. We give you an option to get a check between $5,000 to $100,000. Most companies, if you get a heart attack or stroke, they pay you off one time. So you go to the hospital, you get $50,000. That's it. Chances are, if you get cancer and it comes back again, then you don't get another check, right? So with us, we have a triple benefit here. So let's say if you decide, hey, I want to get $30,000 for critical illness, you actually have $90,000 for critical illness, right? So that's how that works with for critical illness. So most of the things we have here is a guarantee issue. So most cities and counties, the employees, we have older, we have younger, but we're going to cater to everybody, right? So most companies don't take on people who have pre-existing conditions. We take on people who have pre-existing conditions as long as they're treatment free. So for example, if someone were to get a heart attack or a stroke, and we write them a check for $30,000, $40,000, whatever the face amount they selected, right? 6-7 months they're treatment free. They get cancer, they're gonna get another check from us. Let's say 6-7 months they're treatment free, they get a stroke, they're gonna get another check from us. So as long as they're treatment free within 6 months period and they get another critical illness, they're gonna check from us, and you could max it out all the way to $30,000. If you decide, hey, I want to get a check for 100,000, it's a triple benefit, so it goes to 300,000. So we give you a wide option to select from as well. Do you guys offer any type of sick pay, disability to the county employees? Okay. So we do have disability as well. So if you just, since you guys already offer disability, we won't offer them disability because they already have that, right? Any type of life insurance you guys give to the employees while they work here?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you guys offer life insurance for the employees?
Yes,
Yeah.
Is it like a term or universal whole life?
it is a term, I think.
It's a term.
Yeah.
But once they leave here, they can't take it with them, correct?
Right.
Okay. So with this one, this is going to be universal whole life. So obviously, if they leave here, they get fired or whatnot, they can take it with them. They won't lose it. It's going to have a 2.5% built in with it, the market. So because the market goes from 3%, 4%, obviously every month their money's making their money. Especially if they have kiddos, they can add their kids on there. Like me, I have a 3-year-old, he's on there as well. So whenever high school, college comes around and needs a car, whatever it is, I don't want to go to the bank. I can go in there and take some money out. You could borrow against the cash value. You don't want to stay away from that face amount there. So for people who have kids, that's a good option for them as well. And of course, people who don't have a 401k or investment account, that acts the same as well. So you have the double benefit of having, if you pass away, your beneficiary gets some money as well. But while you're alive, you could make use of your life insurance policy as well, right? So what we find is most companies they're overpaying for most of the stuff. I haven't been to a county or a city that I find anything cheaper. So I think the employees will be happy to see like, hey, I'll be covered for everything I currently have right now. They currently have supplemental. We'll add more value to it. But the good thing is they take home pay will be a little more because the payroll deduction is going to be less on the check, right? So Douglas County, Vernon County, we just got done with them as well, getting them taken care of. And then we're going to be taking care of what's that one off the street?
Which town?
Said Clark?
Not Nevada, Lamar.
Lamar.
Yeah, so we're gonna be taking care of them as well. And so what we like to do is I'll get an email sent out over to you guys. So I just want to kind of pick your brains to find out. I know you guys have a broker. I'm not sure exactly what supplemental portion you guys. If you guys could help me out with that aspect. Kelly, if you know the answer to that, what supplementals that your broker offers you guys?
We have Aflac.
Okay.
I don't know, but there's several different
Yeah.
levels of the Aflac.
Mm-hmm.
We have a dental, we have a vision, we have life, and it's all through different companies. There's not one that's
Yeah.
like, you
So-
know, our vision's like VSP and our
Yeah.
dental's United Health. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So what we like to do as brokers, whenever we come in, we never want to come in and just like replace what you have. That's never the goal. The goal is education, right? Educate the employee the best way possible, present that information to them the best way possible, and in the end, be able to make a decision. But what we like to start off with, if you already have your major medical, that's fine. What we like to start with is supplemental. So if you already have Aflac, I see Aflac every day, right? So I know your employees, based on the SIC code here, I know the employees are overpaying for the benefits. So I'm assuming you guys are bi-weekly, right? The employees here.
Yes.
So I know employees who currently have an accidental plan here for themselves, they're paying right around like $26, $24, right? Compared to $6, right? So, and they're going to have everything that they currently have with Aflac and more, right? So that's why I said, hey, the benefits are great, but in the end, the value, we need to increase the value and then kind of like lower the deduction for the employees, right? So in the end, they won't miss anything, right? And the good thing of having a broker is with us, we handle everything. So people who are getting older, they need to make that transition, go to retire, go to Medicare, all that good stuff. We have a department that handle all of them as well. So it's not like we're gonna be the broker just for the supplemental. We have an avenue for everybody, so it's a smooth transition whenever they're ready to retire, all that stuff. Yes, sir. So any questions so far based on what you've heard? So what we like to do is a free risk assessment, right? So it's for the company, for you guys currently have Aflac, Kelly, if you guys have like an Aflac bill, we can take a look at to see if we could possibly help. That would be great if we can. Then obviously we'll meet with you, Kelly, and Amy downstairs who does the payroll. Obviously, we want to make the job super easy for them because most companies we've dealt with, especially Douglas County, they had like 3 supplemental. They had like Guardian, Aflac, and Globe, and they were like paying so much. So we went and we condensed that for them. So now they only have us. So the lady who's doing the payroll deduction, she's happy. So she doesn't have to do multiple payroll deduction. But with you guys, we will just recommend just starting with just the Aflac point of it. If they have something good with Aflac, then that's great. That's why you have to do the free risk assessment first, right? And then we go from there. But
You said you're with Access?
Axios.
Axios.
Yes, sir. I have a card up there.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
There you go, Kelly.
Sorry, I'm trying to write out, I think I have yours, but I was writing
Yeah.
all of their email addresses and Amy's on there, so you can include us all.
Okay, I will.
Let's see. Here's my card. It's got a
Hold it.
Thank you.
Wrong address.
Kelly, what I could do is I'll send the proposal to all of you guys,
Perfect.
and then if can I get like an app like Bill from Kelly downstairs? I can look into the free risk
From Amy.
assessment. Things like
It's
that.
up to you guys. These guys make the decisions.
Okay. Oh, thank you, sir.
Do you want to see an Aflac bill?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah,
standard.
get with Amy.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's all I had for you guys, sir.
Alright.
So, quick question. So, whenever I'll get a deal from Amy, I'll do a free risk assessment, and then can I follow up with you guys next week? Is that okay?
Like come here or
Or can I just
Just
meet
meet with Kelly
just
and
meet with
she'll
Kelly?
relay the
Yeah.
message.
Okay, I'll do that.
next week?
All right.
Yeah,
A
next
little
week's
busy.
next week's
Yep.
nuts.
Next week.
Yeah.
So probably
Getting
like
time-
the week
getting time of
after
year, it's
Kelly,
a little
okay,
tough.
like into
Yeah,
September.
the last week of October will be better.
Okay, let me see.
Let's say everything we've been talking about. That's when it's all funneling down. It's next week.
Last week of October.
You got one of those?
So 28. 28, 10 o'clock. Is that a good time?
Nope, I have a budget hearing on that day. If you're wanting to meet with the commissioners too, it'd be in the morning, but if it's not, if you don't care, it'll be in the I can do the afternoon.
Yeah, I can do the afternoon. What time works best?
How about, can you do a 2:30?
On the 28th?
Uh-huh,
Yes, ma'am.
perfect. Gotcha.
See y'all.
All right. Bye then.
Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
I put you in at 2:30 on the 20th.
All right.
2:30.
I want to make sure Amy's here too for that.
Got it. All right. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all for your
Thank
time.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Have a blessed day. Okay?
Too.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you again.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, my brain hurts.
How many supplementals do we have at Aflac?
Bro, he was talking so fast I couldn't keep up anymore.
That's I tell you what, some of that is I hate to say it. And the
I
worst
was
thing
trying
is
to keep up, but I
You did
couldn't.
great, Kelly.
he'll next thing is I'll just sit in here and I can talk to all your employees. It's when they come through for filing in. Well, then, like Rick says, you get a mess.
Yeah, you'll have an
Because you'll
uprising.
have some
Yeah.
will and some will
You
never
kind of
wanna
just
change.
gotta make a decision and go
That's
with
right.
it for
Yeah.
whatever,
I know
FYI, I'm new to this part of the county clerk position. I rely,
She must have some more.
thank you. Okay, I think that's the one that we talked about that, she found.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if we talked about it or not, so I was like, does that note make sense?
Yes, thank you, thank you. So I'm leaning heavily on Amy on, okay, the insurance stuff, how does this work, when does this fit, who does this? You
I
know?
about asked if
Because
we need to
I'm
have
learning,
Kelly
that was
or
just
Amy
a
up here.
position I wasn't,
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in, or a thing I wasn't involved in earlier. I do know that Mike Keith is beneficial, they're literally across the street.
Yes.
You know, sometimes it's kind of a catch-22, you know,
Yeah.
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 So,
I didn't know if Mike Keith was.
he's our broker,
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
them.
he's covering everything.
It's the
or-
same thing. It's basically the same thing that those people do. Mike Keith does.
Okay.
He's our broker, and for our individual insurances, they bid those out. Just like remember when I asked you guys about the dental insurance?
Yes.
Look, we haven't done that in 5 years.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, it's probably time to look at some different." And so we told them yes. So now they're out actively seeking
I see.
better dental insurance, or
Okay.
maybe we have the best.
Yeah.
Those people do the same thing that Mike Keith does.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, he's a broker. He has a group that just works on that stuff.
Now, I'm not saying one's better
No.
than the other.
No, by no means.
Don't know that until you have it for a
Working in
while.
the working in the elections field, where it's specialized, kind of like insurances,
Mhm.
I know that I benefit tremendously of Adkins Printing being in Henry County, literally down the street.
Right.
While I could have possibly found election equipment cheaper somewhere else, the knowledge and the is worth it to have them right here. You know
Yeah,
what I
they're
mean?
great help. Great,
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
hand to have.
It's a benefit.
Yeah. I know one time I had Aflac and I wasn't exactly impressed with it.
I have
so-
Aflac and I love it.
Yeah.
They paid me more money than I've paid them. So you just got to remember you have it and know how to use it.
Well, how they sold us, somebody came in and talked to everybody like you.
Yes.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
oh, it sounds great until you went to go put a claim in.
Mhm.
I've had
Yeah.
mine. So
So
before I
today,
had Kimber, I was
Oh.
planning to have Kimber. And
Oh.
so I got my
Yeah.
plan prior to making those plans. You have to be on it a year before
right?
that. So I got, and so I've had it a very long time.
You have,
It
yeah.
has paid well.
So is this just a meeting with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just better off.
I didn't do that.
I was getting ready to ask. I'm like,
You
no,
can
I'll
have
just
mine
wait
out
until
the
after
door.
everybody kind of.
Although we have one with Globe Life next week.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
What are you looking at me like that for? You signed up to be a commissioner.
You signed up to be county clerk too.
Oh, it does
I
say
did.
that.
But when they asked me to meet with my commission, I put them on the schedule.
Did a fine job.
Tell me you already got an insurance thing. Oh gosh.
Amy already told them. Amy tells them every time they come in here. She actually told this Globe Life lady, this specific one that is meeting on the 21st, that Globe Life was the Jehovah's Witness of insurance company. They continue
yes,
to come
they come.
knocking
Probably got to go to
and
X
knock
amount
on your door and tell you
places.
answer.
Yep. And they'll come by just like I didn't say it. I think you've been by the store too.
Has a
Oh yeah, they cover the whole town.
hey, they're just doing their job. You can't knock them for it.
He's new. That's what he
They've
got.
got a job to do too.
Well, y'all held off long enough on that deal. Charlie left. Go ahead, laugh.
Try not to.
Nobody's making comments for a reason.
Put something in front of you.
All right, Whitney, brother, Miss Beck.
Yeah.
We can discuss that talk.
Okay.
I just got it. I didn't have time to flag it for you, Jim. It shouldn't be in the top one. It should be in the next one.
Yeah, this one we already got it.
Yeah, you always signed the top one. The next one's what
We
you
got
got.
two. You didn't flag them?
I just got it. Amy just got them up here.
Can I take off the top mark? Or you
Yeah,
got
yeah, you can take as many as you want.
I've done pretty
What's
good.
this?
That was on the end. I was gonna put
That's
that on
that's
the top.
last.
So, Rick hired a part-time person down in his office when she started. And, she used to work in a title company, at a title company. So as they're going through these, she's reviewing the titles and explaining, this is what this means. So that's why you're gonna come to the one that's questionable on the bottom. Because the way we interpreted the title versus what the actual title was saying was not the same.
All right, is she gonna go through the?
They are currently going through them
Oh wow.
to make sure
Okay.
that it's, well, they have to go through them anyways because they're trying to figure out who qualifies for the 2024. So they're just doing since that changed. So
Well, good.
yeah,
Extra clarification never hurt a thing.
I'm not.
Oh, this is good.
we
Sorry,
always
I
want
didn't even think about that.
to do it correctly.
Here's you.
Maybe you'll finally get the approved stamp today, Bruce.
Oh, that's right.
Did you find marks in here too, Jim? Did you get marks?
Yep. Here's a, I gotta cancel one.
What do you need?
One is snap canceled,
Oh,
not approved.
I don't know if I do downstairs.
Huh? You don't?
I do.
Yeah, you got all kinds of approved. Hell, it's been marked approved twice.
Oh, is that Bruce's?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just added documents to it this time. The first time when he changed his.
Let's see.
Your appointment's at 10 or 10:30 Thursday, Mark, did you say? What time are you planning on leaving Thursday?
10:30. Oh, well,
What time are you gonna leave?
probably 10.
Okay,
10.
so I'm just gonna post that we're only meeting from 9 to 10. That way somebody, I mean, they still probably would come up, but just in case we can post it until 10.
So why did she say this wasn't?
She said that the applicant is not the actual owner of the property.
So
Postie on the front.
I mean, if the
William does not own the property. Maybe it's because it's that life estate. No.
There we go.
Yeah,
2025. That's it. Okay.
Anna Willett and Jennifer Dawn Willett now. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Figured out.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. It's a,
They changed their deed
They
in
changed the deed.
February of
First deed was
25. The first deed that was there.
is yeah, for 2023, and then in 2025 they changed it.
Oh.
So
Okay. I see.
that is the difference.
Well, that stinks. So you put approved on that one, Jim.
I'm gonna look at it.
There you go.
Will. That's on Bill Will. It's in left. That's what it is. Shaving down. Let's see here.
Yes. That's the I have a question look from Jake.
Kind of screams it, doesn't it? Since I'm not able to print off anything up
Mhm.
here,
You need me to print something off?
yes, please. Our road specs that we signed.
Do I have that?
Well, I can't remember where we got it, to be honest with
For a new road,
you. Yeah.
they had it with it and stuff.
See, I couldn't remember if it was in Teams.
I don't see it in Teams.
Okay. See, I think the one I've got still has
In the deck.
Rick and Dale's name on it. Like, I don't think
Oh,
we signed a new one, but I don't think I ever got a copy of it.
There, it
was
changed. It went to
pre-counted.
irrevocable.
freaking deals.
Oh,
Really? I went to an irrevocable. Yeah. Once she died, that's what changed it.
Hmm.
And then he didn't change it.
we didn't change any of this, though, did we?
I don't think so. I think it's still the same. It just doesn't have our signatures.
You guys did one with your signatures?
YouTubers, thank you.
I don't think we
I
did.
don't think we
I
did.
don't think so.
Now that we're talking about it, I don't.
Huh?
You didn't do it with me,
I didn't.
but
don't
that
think
doesn't
we
mean that
did.
it wasn't done before I got here.
I don't
Because
remember.
I thought
Can you make
I
a?
thought we signed one, or didn't y'all ever
That's
sign
what-
one?
We never did.
Jim told me that you guys signed, or
Well,
he
I
thought
thought
you
you
guys
did.
signed one.
Well,
I
I
don't
was
think
sworn
so.
down y'all did.
You
But
know how
y'all
many
need to
things we
sign it.
signed?
then. Well, y'all need to sign it.
See,
If we did,
I remember
don't
it coming across, but I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, if we did,
I say there were so many things we signed and went through. I kind of forgot.
we can white it out.
Yeah.
I could probably find it with your own.
But we didn't
letterhead.
change anything. I mean, I think we also talked about it. We didn't change.
Thanks.
Things.
I'm assuming you will receive the email from Ivan.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
I wonder why they put it down, both of them. If one of them died, then it become irrevocable. That's what screwed. They should have had that as if one dies, the other one it can handle the trust the way they want.
I don't think that was the issue, though.
No,
What
no,
is the-
well, the issue was, see, here he
Ownership of
was.
the deed.
Mhm.
And then at
see,
25 it
but
changed.
then it turns in, as soon as one of them passes away, then it's irrevocable trust. It's got to follow through the way it was.
With no amendment?
Yeah, because she passed away, and therefore it can't be amended. They got the house. I see what she's saying.
Either you two want the last remaining?
No, I've got enough. I think that last called me cough. I think that's my problem. Boy. All right. Okay. spent a lot of money on autopsies.
What's the preservation project?
Huh?
Preservation project?
I don't know what that was
Preservation
for a corner. That was something that happened last year. I'm not sure what that was.
That just happened. I don't know myself. It's never happened before.
Give me a sec and I'll look it up.
We've never.
Oh, I
No,
do
we
know.
put
I
$5,000
do know.
in it last year.
It was to digital scan
Yeah.
the coroner's reports, just like everybody else is trying to
Right,
get to.
Right.
Last
Okay.
year Dane went through and did that, knowing he was not rerunning. He wanted to make sure that was something that was done by the time. That's what that was. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I caught me off guard there.
It's good thinking.
Let's see. Okay.
Moving everything digital. None of the issues in the coroner's budget were under his control. There was no.
He needs to do something about that. He could shovel. Could he put some on ice somewhere and just hold it? No, there's not another thing you can do to death, is it? Especially shooting. 3 minutes left. Let's see, okay.
Sorry, guys.
We'll give you a few minutes to look at.
I didn't realize we
look
had
at it.
Yeah.
something else here.
Corner. That GIS department.
You all agreed to do it.
Expensive department. How's the assessor's budget now? Does he pull that?
Amy's working on getting them switched. I haven't seen the
Okay.
final number.
All right.
This is for the amendment, I'm guessing, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
these are the things that I'm working on. So
Did you make a blank one of these?
No, not yet.
I just swore them down. We signed.
No.
Never did.
I don't
don't
remember. I would
I
have kept a
looked
copy and I
downstairs,
couldn't
but I've
find
never
one. That's
seen
the one I
one.
Let's
found.
get a blank. If I kid. Let's fill one of them out and then we'll get it signed. We need a current one. Especially before the end of the year. That's all we got it.
The corner pretty well self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
okay, we'll look at the corners first then, since it's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Obviously, the autopsy line is, we've
Yeah.
blown it by
The
double the amount. I have ran these numbers past Paul, and he agreed that was a good way to do it. It's kind of the way he did what the average was for the year. Take that by the 3 months that's left,
Okay.
and
Divide
add
it.
that to his autopsy budget line. In doing that, fixing those 2 lines where his bond was actually $330, which he didn't budget for. I was just fixing that. That was just
Yeah.
something to fix, and then that leaves 26.4% left for 2025 if we make this amendment for the
Okay.
last 3 months.
And
So
from
right
what
at
I
a
see-
quarter. 25%, 25, 26% is where everybody should be of their budget.
See, that's what I was noticing the other day when going through. And
Yeah.
you sent a budget.
Uh-huh.
It looked like
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah,
Was that
there's a few exceptions.
Yep.
So that's our thoughts on the coroner's budget. Again, it's completely out of his control. Nothing that he did or didn't do.
Kelly, if I may,
Yes, sir.
we're only allowed to amend once. What happens if we don't amend enough and one of the budgets is still low come at the end of the year?
Still lower in the red.
Pardon?
Low is okay. You have 0% left. In the red is going to get you a hit from the auditor's office.
Yeah.
So that I guess that's what I'm asking. Do we get hit from the auditor's office? What happens then?
You get dinged.
Fined or
Yeah, you just get written up in your.
You'll get
audit.
written up.
Okay.
Something to note also is like the coroner. Most of our funds are within general revenue. General revenue has the most amount of money in it. The likelihood of, even if we hadn't fixed this at the end of the year, at the bottom line in general revenue, you wouldn't have seen it because that money is in there. Does that
It's
make
just
sense?
not lined out.
Yeah.
It's just not lined up
We
because
have a
general revenue is so big.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't spend out of my elections budget $30,000, so it's gonna wash it out.
Gotcha.
So that's not gonna. But for us and for the office holder, this needs to be done
Gotcha.
just so that we get it all lined out.
What
you
we've
know.
tried to do over the years is every office, you don't have to spend every damn dime you got.
Yeah.
Gotta have
Yeah.
some left. Used to, then take it out.
I guess my fear was
What is the repercussions if we are
Yes.
negative
right
in our
because I mean
budget?
you can't
Right.
judge on how many autopsies
You're gonna
do.
get.
That's why you got money left. You better have some money back.
Yeah, but I was just curious on what
Yeah.
happens if
Yeah.
say we miss it
Now,
by a
had he
grade.
been in his own fund, like the road and bridge or the then it would have been a problem. And
Yes.
you would get a write up if you were negative at the
Yeah.
end of the year.
Okay.
You get dinged.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in certain funds, like the assessor's fund, there's penalties, like because we get the money from the state,
Yeah.
where they're state funded. If we're blowing all the money, the state's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" So, not penalties as if we gotta pay anything, but so the coroner budget is kind of self-explanatory. The GIS budget. This is a new department.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, the commissioners got body snatched, and approved a full-time employee for GIS in the assessor's office. The approved personnel was put into emergency management. And that's messy for me. So I'm pulling GIS emergency management person out, making a GIS department. On the first line, you can see we've already paid out $14,920 in wages. Down here at the bottom, you can see where I've totaled the wages. I can explain later why it's done that way and the different rates. An employee might not have the same rate the whole time period, so that's why there's two different rates there. So to finish out the year and pay, we would need to add or to make that line $22,000. So that will cover the $1,490 and then any employee pay for the rest of the year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Training and mileage, I pulled from the assessor's fund. These were bills that he had paid for the training at Mappers and mileage. So it was, I got with Scott and I said, show me what expenses out of your assessor's budget are related to GIS and GIS only. And so we took those out. So he'd already spent $2307.75. And so we've just upped that enough to get through. I basically averaged everything is how I did it. What's it going to take to get to the end of the year? Up that to 2,700. Same thing with office supplies. We pulled that out of Scott's budget. The pictometry we paid for out of Scott's budget. And if you guys remember, when Kelly found that they never actually budgeted for that, when they thought that they budgeted for that, they budgeted like 32,000, and they should have budgeted like 60-some thousand. So they did not budget for it initially. So the assessor's budget was in bad shape, $35,000 because of pictometry. So I pulled that over to GIS since that's who uses that. Software license and maintenances, that's for the program that they use to do the addressing and stuff. The SAMS LLC is what it's called. It's specific to the GIS portion. It's a big chunk. It's a big chunk. You guys, I'm not sure. We don't know what happened in the budget. $52,000 was approved in the emergency management weed line for GIS. I don't know what happened. I wasn't present. So, bottom line is, we've already spent $63,555.88 in 2025 for GIS expenses. To get through the rest of the year, we're going to need $73,829.04, with a difference of $10,273.16 left to go in the year.
So that's your proposed amount that we amend by?
We're amending this whole thing because this
Yeah.
budget
This is
didn't
all
even
new.
exist.
Didn't even exist.
That's right.
That's right.
So I was just showing you what the difference was, what it's going to cost the rest of the year for this. Now, me pulling those expenses out of Scott's budget has or will. Amy's working on it right now. I don't have numbers exactly. Fix Scott's shortcomings because he was paying out of assessor fund GIS expenses. So he's going to get back that $63,550. That doesn't mean he gets to spend it, but that's going to be, he was.
Some of that doesn't he have anyway?
It's all already there.
Yeah.
We're not actually
Yeah.
touching Scott's budget. We're just pulling out the
Yeah.
things that he paid for that he shouldn't
He's
have.
already.
So I'm not amending his budget at all. It's there. We're just pulling out what he should have, what GIS
Right.
covered. So that should fix his shortfall for where he was at. So the $33,579 will not be a yearly expense. That is not something that we will always have. That was that flyover thing, and that's only done
Every 2 years.
couple years.
Now that one's the only one I got questions because he gets some money from each school to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
And where does that go?
It goes into the assessor's fund.
Okay, but I mean that's where
Right.
you can juggle this number because
Sure.
he's getting paid because all the schools
And
the
he has
bonds
not
are-
collected from all of the schools
That's
yet
good,
either.
but I mean that's
But
where
we could say if we're paying for it out of ours, then we get the
we
money
need
from
to
the
collect.
schools too.
That's
Yeah.
That's how
I
I,
mean,
feel
that's-
about it.
that's
You know,
legit.
but you are.
Yeah.
You don't want to because I guarantee
100%.
it'll be gone.
Yeah, the more money there is, the more things you buy.
Sure. Well, and so we could have easily just been like, well, we'll just throw $33,579.04 in the assessor's budget from general revenue. Then we are tied to giving the assessor that amount of money every year, whether he has pictometry or not. So once you fund it, you are required to continue to fund it.
That's
So
the
if we
problem.
keep our mitts out of the assessor's office, we're not required to give them money.
No.
If we do, then we're tying
and
ourselves.
that's where you
I
better
see.
keep it
Okay.
because actually most assessors once they're up and running, They get,
They're
they're
self-sufficient
Right.
self-sufficient, make a lot of money.
because the state
Yeah.
pays.
Cause they pay them well, like, up in Marshall and some of them, crap, they get so much money, they just buy them. I wonder how many bought police cars for 'em.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying our
Sure.
assessor is flush in cash, but I am saying that if we
No,
commit to
but,
giving
yeah.
them money,
Yeah.
we're committed from there on out.
Yep. From then on, it's a done deal. That's why I was asking
Okay.
if you pulled that out. Okay.
I'll have to look and see what that does to his number. Just to deposit those, I don't even know how much. The last I
Well,
knew,
we don't want to hurt him. I mean, hell, he's
right?
gotta make
The last I knew, he still hadn't even gotten paid from all of his schools. So. That's the two that I have right now. I'm working on the sheriff's DSSF. The sheriff wants so he got and you guys kind of heard me and him talk about it, a $9,000 reimbursement for a program that he didn't sign up for. It was something Kent had signed up for.
Oh,
Aaron
that's right.
didn't budget for it because he didn't know the contract existed or expired or whatever the case may be. So he got reimbursed the $9,000 that they took when it basically auto renewed.
Yeah.
And so they sent back the $9,000. Well, now that law enforcement is in general revenue, so it's another little. It used to be out on its own in its own fund like the assessor, but now it's in general revenue. Since it's in general revenue, that refund gets put in general revenue. It doesn't get separated back out into the sheriff's office for him to actually spend what he had budgeted, right? So he would like that to show back into his expenditures. Because basically he feels like he can't spend that money because it was already expended.
Right.
Then it was refunded and now it's just hung out there and he can't expend it because he doesn't have that on his budget line. So I'm going to just add that $9,000 back to the budget line. So if he had $10,000 on that budget line for this year, I'm just going to make it $19,000. This is just example, $19,000 instead of 10. So that puts his expense where he can expend it, but we didn't actually give more money. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do there. That will make the sheriff happy and equal it all out. So, and I will have to add DSSF, which is the whole reason we can amend our budget because we had unexpected revenues. So we didn't know what our DSSF grant is. A grant that funds supplemental pay for our deputies.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know what that is because it's a July to June state. So we leave that open. So we only budget for half of the year, leaving that open, knowing that we're going to get that grant, so that we can amend the budget if we have any issues like this. So that's kind of been the play in the past. Does that make sense? The only reason you can amend a budget is because you've received revenues you are not expecting and did not budget for.
Okay.
If we spent $20 too much, sorry, you spent $20 too much. You can't amend a budget for that. But you can for revenues that you haven't expected, which works out great because we do have so many people get grants. So many offices that get grants, and we can go in and fix those. So I will be I'm working on the sheriff's one. I have not fixed that yet. The BRO expenses that we just talked about this morning, I'm going to fix that. The next one that I want you guys to look at, sorry, I should have had another copy of this, is the general county government.
Yeah, the Lucretia's office, haven't you? How's her Lucretia? How's her office?
I assume they're doing, budget wise?
Yeah.
On paper, they're fine.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything from her, so I'm assuming she's doing just fine.
Yeah, good. Much better than what it used to be.
The only ones that I'm concerned about are the ones that we're going over.
Everybody else is done, huh?
Everybody else seems to be doing okay. We're kind of hanging right in there. This one is concerning. This one isn't done. Like you see some of my ideas on there, but
Mm.
so in general county government. Actually, let me just copy this page for you too. Give me a sec. This will make more sense. What are you telling me?
You got paper?
Well, it printed all crooked, but you still get the same information. This was the budget report I ran last Friday morning when I was working on this. General county government starts right here, right here.
Okay.
If you look on the far right, down at the bottom, we have 2.46% of our general county government fund left for 2025. If you look at the legal expenses line, you will see why we have 2.46% of our budget left. That's a hard number to guess. I don't know what we're going to be billed for the rest of the year. Again, I averaged, but then you go to 1 month and what's, a few dollars, and then you go to the next and it's a few $1,000s. I think Mark and I don't know, y'all might have been in here. We talked about this. That solar company's not going to pay till the end of this thing. I mean, I'm on board 100%. I don't think that they're gonna till it's completed. So thinking that we're going to get anything from them at this point in 2025 is
That's provided you win.
Yeah.
right.
If you don't,
But that number is my thought on that for the rest of 2025. And then up at the top, I was just going to clean it up because our inland marine insurance was a little more than what was budgeted. I was actually almost double for the policy. Economic development, I'm not sure what that 4,800 was spent on there. I don't even know what you're.
who do we pay that to?
I can look. I'm not even sure what that is. We'll look up the line and see what was paid out of that. That's the only way I know how to. Financially, the county's in good shape. This isn't a make or break situation where we're sitting.
It's definitely things to
Absolutely
Yeah.
something to look in the future. I'm not saying I'm not shrugging it off as no big deal. I'm trying to find what it was. Membership to K-Singer Basin Regional Planning was $3,309.38.
majority.
Huh?
And
Well, that's
I'm
about normal, wasn't it? For
seeing
Was
some-
that about normal for Casey? Or was it?
I
up to
don't
month?
know. I'll have
I
to
don't
look at
think
it.
so.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I'll
think
have
it should have been.
The other thing is WALC. I don't even know what this is. It says investment for $1,500. It was done in February. Whiteman Area Leadership Council. That's the one. That Whiteman.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's true.
Wonder that.
So that's where that went.
Okay.
We'll look at that. All right.
What do we paid?
I can look at Casey in just a second to see what the difference is.
K-Singer
I just
something
couldn't do
about
it
it.
at that time. $25 membership was $2,530. 26 membership was $3,309.38. So there was quite a difference. $778.58. Do you all have any questions that I can answer? This one is a work in progress, so any suggestions, thoughts, like
Okay.
things that need to be in my brain, please tell me. The audit was also almost $1,800 more. Obviously, when we budget, we go off of numbers that were previously. Inflation, I mean, you know, things like that happen, so. You try to account for that, but you can't always.
How about like the copy machine expenses were down to 8% over here.
Oh, let me look at sorry, I was on the wrong one too.
No, you're fine.
So, no,
That's good.
that is not something I would be concerned with changing. The simple fact is, we have 3 months left. What that is, that buys paper for the whole entire courthouse. The likelihood of needing that again we don't. I will
Okay.
tell you that we don't need
I
that.
think you
Good.
got a bunch down there.
Yeah.
Once we're close to eating that up, that means we probably are stocked for the year. So
Yeah.
that one I'm not concerned about. The liability insurance was a little higher.
That solid waste program, is that a one-time payment?
Must be. That's a new one on me too. I'm not even sure what that's. Who's that paid to? Do we know? Jim?
And I don't. In fact,
And what is
Um,
it?
we budgeted 16.
Quad Lakes, that's what it is,
1620.
alright.
Was that Quad Lakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your membership dues.
That's yours down there.
Okay.
Is that what your dues are down there? Okay.
The
There it is.
25 and 26, at 23, 24, 25, it's been 16, 20 pretty consistently. So that was a number that
Yeah.
I'd say, typically if I'm glancing through, I'm looking at that bottom number. I'm not really looking at line items because while the copy machine expenses might be at 8%, your vending machine sales are only at 54.8%. As long as that bottom line number is, within reason.
You're gonna be out of
Okay.
pop.
You'll be glad to know I raised the price of soda
You did?
to $1.75, so we can at least make 30 cents a bottle on it.
No.
I pay for the electricity that it costs to run the machine. We should be sitting also again around 25, 26%.
Let me.
Okay. I will have something better to show. I just want you guys to see what I am looking at. I really wanted to get your opinion on that legal expenses number before I proceed. I think realistically, it's a realistic number. Okay, I should say Friday, I thought that was a realistic number. And then I got Ivan's email this morning. And Mark's saying it needs to go up.
How much you think?
I would put it at a minimum of 95. You've got interrogatory still, you've got depositions on quite a few people, which means Ivan's either coming here.
Travel.
Yep. I guarantee it'll be, before it's all said and done, I would almost figure you're gonna be around 105. But you're gonna put part of that up in the other year.
I guess that's what I was wondering.
Right.
You think 95 to get us through
I
the
think
year?
95 would probably get you through the year, because he's gonna have to start the depositions fairly soon, as many as there are.
I guess we ought to get in contact with Ivan and find out when he's going to start, and then
I don't know. According to what I understood. Okay. We have been reviewing the case scheduling. Mara has,
Careful.
oh, you know what? Anyway.
I will send an email off to Ivan. And I will tag y'all, or I will CC y'all in it.
Okay.
Asking about expected expenses for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Actually, I'll probably just respond with one they sent.
Kelly, you mind if I change gears on us a little bit here, or you got some more stuff to cover underneath the budget?
Do you guys have anything for me questioning what I am looking at the
You're good,
budget?
Jim.
Huh?
You're good.
Oh,
I don't think I do. I was looking at stuff. Well, the questions you brought up, it would have been the ones I would question.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page of what amended budget means. What am I amending and why am I amending it? Rather than me bringing this up here and going, you guys go.
I think you're good.
I'm with Mark.
And again, I would let me sit down, go line by line if y'all want to. I know that previously when Rick did it, because I was involved in this process. We look at what the inflation rate for the year would be and what percentage that the commissioners were willing to inflate the budget for each office by was. As far as office holders, they're doing great. There is not one that's, gone hog wild as there have been in the past. They're all very financially aware of what's going on in the office.
I'd say that's the biggest battle.
Yes.
Where they're aware. So Kelly,
Excuse me.
when we're working on the budget for next year, and Mark and I was talking how we'd like to be able to give the townships more money to operate on, whereabouts would we look to possibly make that happen?
Look in the road and bridge fund.
Just road and bridge fund itself? So that's really as far as for us to give more money.
The only thing that doesn't go in is the PILT. The PILT goes into our general revenue because that's split out for all the entities, and it's not. I shouldn't say split out because it's not. So we budgeted $200,000 for that. No, sorry. Yeah, 200,000. We received 209,301. That's just straight into our general revenue. That's payment in lieu of taxes from the federal government because we have so much federal land in our county.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that
The PILT. We're still talking about PILT, right?
Right.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that that's the township's money. Does that make sense?
Right.
That doesn't mean that belongs to them.
That's the payment we're receiving off of, like you said, the federal land.
It's simply because we have federal land in our county.
it's not for them.
My statement earlier was, well, how do you don't can't divide that out where, because, they might have a little plot here, or a little plot in this township, or they, what is the fair way? Is there a fair
Exactly.
way? There's really not a good way. Okay, well, now that you give that to the township, that land's also in my school district. Do we divide it down? You know what I mean? So it just goes to the county. Is
Yeah.
why that's not divided that way.
Okay.
The Corps likes to sell it that way so that because they have to give us that money, and so they want. I'm sorry, they want our
Sounds
townships
good.
to think we're not giving them part of the pie,
Takes the
and
blame
that's
off.
not
That's
Yeah.
why then it takes a weight off their well.
Yeah.
We're
So-
giving you money.
the money that you're looking at. Is road and bridge money. That's where all the gas tax goes. That's where the property tax goes. That's where the cart money goes. The top lines are all revenues, so this is what we receive.
I'm scrolling down to road and bridge.
Yeah, they like to paint a big rosy picture of it, but that's not. They don't increase it every year. that
Right.
much.
Okay, I'm there now.
Yeah.
Page 6. Right underneath the sheriff. Of course, that's revenue.
Yeah, so the revenue is what you're going to be looking at.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the money we receive.
Yeah.
So when we for cart money,
Mm-hmm.
what line would that?
Well, you can see the first three lines.
Yeah.
Those are the first. It's actually the second, third, and fourth lines. Those are the monies we receive on the sales tax, the vehicle fees, the gas tax, blah, blah, blah. All of that can be used for cart payments.
Okay.
Right. But
I
that's
apologize. You've already
also
told me.
how we fund our road and bridge.
Okay.
Now you only remember what you give away. You can't take it back.
Right, and that's why I'm asking now, so I could do some
yeah,
studying.
Actually,
And
you can
Well,
take
you-
it back. You can give it to them 1 year. Then if
Take it
they
the
go
next
Well, yeah,
over
we- I
that,
guess- yeah,
next
but-
year.
I would like to do that. 1 year more to the townships, next year or every other 2 years or whatever. Dennis knows he's got some big items coming up.
And kick it back.
Yeah, kind of deal. But me being new to this spot, it's learning ins and outs on whether you can kind of deal.
well, you can do it. Put it that way.
That's where
You just got to make sure in the end you have enough funds to fund your road and
Yeah.
bridge department.
Yeah.
Because you
And
got
what they
people,
have
you
to
got
do.
trucks,
So
equipment.
going off what Mark said earlier, and I have zero dog in this fight except for seeing the financial side of it. I see the issue that Mark is talking about, that it doesn't matter if we give them more money if they're not going to do the work anyways, and then we have to turn around and send the road and bridge out to do it. So now we gave them money, and we're also picking up we're going out to do
Yeah.
the work. I honestly think that's happening more, and I don't know if it's because they can't afford. You know what I mean? I don't know what the issue is where I see that happening more. Things aren't being.
It's easy for them to say, we give them.
Well, I think everybody can say that. I say
Yeah.
that about
Man,
the
You got multiple issues. You've got guys that have been on there forever,
Yeah.
and they really don't give them. I mean, they don't. And then you've got at least I know on my side, I've got quite a few new people,
Mm-hmm.
but they
Did you saw him
they
too?
don't know what they're doing.
That's right.
So I know. Well, I'll use Springfield as an example. They've got a fair amount of miles. They've got a part-time grader. They don't have enough money. If you travel, and I understand because what they end up doing, I think every road district does that. If your road's not traveled a whole lot, then you don't do a whole lot.
Right.
That's right.
Which I get to a point.
Yeah.
To a point. Because you don't do a whole lot to it, and then that one time an ambulance needs to get down it. Now what do? So my mind is, at least my thought. I mean, I get it. It may cause a little issues here, or it may cause a little issues there, but the object is to get all of these roads up to snuff. Get them up so they're up and running, and then I get we don't have control over the towns or the road boards. But you don't want me coming to you, I can tell you, because it's not going to be a hi, how you doing conversation.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, seriously. So yeah, we can't do much, but we can put a whole lot of pressure. And anytime you control anybody's money, you've got my attention. I mean, we do work for guys that I really don't like doing work for, but they're the ones dealing out the dough.
Oh yeah.
You do what you need to do to make sure that it happens. And honestly, I mean, you hate to treat anybody that you're working with like that, but if that's what I got to do to get your attention, then that's what I'm going to do. And you're either going to get tired of it, or I'm going to get tired of it. And either you're going to leave, or I'm going to leave. It's going to be one of us. So you can't, because I don't definitely want to run Dennis out of money. I know that. But I also know inflation, yeah, it plays a part here, it plays a part there. But you know what? 10 years ago, at least for Windsor Special, I had plenty of money.
Your Windsor Special's its own little special though.
Well, it is, but part of that reason is because the way we did things. You know, we didn't, and I'll just tell you, if Mike was out grading roads and he came upon something and it was not part of what he was actually doing, he stopped and fixed it instead of, well, we got to go back here and do. I mean, some of this is just common sense thinking. It's just like running a business. Jim, you're not going to do something in your business that 3 weeks from now you're going to have to go back and fix because you didn't take the time to fix it when you were there.
Right.
I mean, that's 90%. The longer I'm sitting there, that's 90% of what I'm seeing. And that's why I keep telling everybody, guys, you're a government entity, run it as such.
Right.
You know, now I get it that it's hard to get people to get on these road districts. I understand that, but I think part of that problem is because some of them are so screwed up. I wouldn't want to step into it.
Nobody wants to
I
touch that
do. I
problem.
think the biggest problem we got, most of the townships, they don't have any employees.
Right. Right.
That's where you're
Right.
at right off the bat.
But
And guess what? They can't go out and find anybody. And there's where the whole issue starts. And just like the road grader guys, I'll agree, they don't make them, we don't give them enough to hire a grader and run it every day or whatever. And some of the townships need to run.
I tell you what, and this was part of my thought after we all were out there down on my road. And
Oh, yeah.
Mike was running that maintainer. I've seen him on that a whole lot. I haven't seen him on the grader at all. And our roads look amazing.
Well, your roads is in shape. That makes a difference.
Right.
Yeah, it
But
does help.
I think if some of these townships that don't have a grader, I honestly could see, okay, you run your grader, you get it in shape, and then just like it says, the maintainer. Anybody, a 14-year-old kid can pull that behind a 1-ton truck all day long and not have any issues. And you cut your expenses way down, which means if we give them a little more money and we do, like you said, do it for 2 years, 3 years, whatever. That's going to build up those roads and everything that has to do with them. But
Now, this is just cart rock money we can give them more money on, right?
Yeah.
No,
Sorry?
when you take the percentage out, so you give them all the levy money, everything we got, when you cut that down from 47 or wherever it is, because then that takes away from the pot.
Right.
Because then that all filters in the cart. But the big thing, it also puts money in their pocket. Now, my big thing, just like some of the things y'all talked about, townships that have CDs. Some of them don't even list CDs on their
Right.
deal.
I've got 2 of them that do,
And
which
that
I think
is-
is a stupid, unless, I will say
but see-
unless they actually own a grader.
Yeah,
Or they're
Because-
wanting to buy one.
if we're saving money.
Right, they're saving, well, even just at work, because I know we didn't have CDs at Windsor Special. We had an emergency fund, and it was basically if we had to send the grader, you send a grader in, you're spending some money right off the bat.
But the big thing is, just like Aaron, the nice thing about it, Windsor Special had an employee.
Right.
He had a grader. They can't go out and get a grader because they can't afford their employee too, but they don't have enough roads either. I mean, now I think actually some of them do, and where they're at, I don't know. But
Well, I know Springfield's probably, I'd be willing to bet it's probably one of the poorest.
Yeah.
And they've got a grader. I mean, they've got a grader.
well,
But
Bethlehem
it's just a
got a
part
grader.
time. It's just a part time.
Yeah,
Bethlehem,
right over on the
but then
Mayflower.
the trouble is you haven't got an operator.
They got an operator, but it does change. Sometimes
Yeah, well-
that operator,
There's even some of the ones that I've got that have got a fair amount of money. They all use the
Grader guy.
same grader, so, and that's why I don't understand. And here we are getting close to November, and all of a sudden now they're all saying, "Hey, we need you to come here. Hey, we need you to come." And something's not going to get
Mm-hmm.
That's
handled.
right.
But that's what I'm saying. That's on them. That is on them.
oh yeah,
If as long as we do, and like I said, like I told him, because I was dead
Right.
serious.
Now,
When we have that meeting, we just need to tell them, look, hey, we're going to give you this money. You screw
if
it
we
up.
give them the money and they don't do it,
Yeah.
okay.
Then
Now,
next
do
year
you take it
won't.
away from that one township?
I would.
Well, that's smart. That's where you're going to get a lot of backlash.
You know what? But so what? That's no different, Jim. I can't do it. Well, I just fire him. But if I've got an employee and
I agree.
Jake is working his butt off and you're
Yeah.
not, guess who's going to get the benefits? I don't care. As long as I'm in control of it, this is what I'm talking about. You'll get their attention. You pull that money one time,
If you
and
can do
everybody
that,
else is
if
going
you
to go.
can do that, that's fine.
Well, it's
You
just
were-
like the county, if we don't turn in our assessor reimbursement paperwork on time, guess what? We don't
That's
get
it.
an assessor reimbursement. There
There-
are
there-
repercussions to your actions.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
accountability.
But I could go
We
down
need
there
to hold
and
it.
tell you some of the townships right off the bat.
Oh, I know. I got
But you-
some I know that can scream bloody murder, but you know what? I got thick skin.
Because they
I'm
need to stay
fine.
the same. They get plenty.
We have some that we have withheld money from, and they were just like, they were, okay.
Yeah. It's yeah. I
And
mean, as a general rule, I would say that the majority of mine have been very easy to work with. I'm not real happy about not getting these cart roads done a little sooner. I don't understand why. I mean, if you do it in the spring or you do it in the winter, it really doesn't matter. The cart road's going to be done, and so let's get it over. Use your heads and use a little forethought here.
Yeah.
But
Get it done.
as a general rule, I don't take a whole lot of phone calls about, road being bad every once in a while. And some of it could be a little, you live on a gravel road. It's not asphalt. So,
Well, in the township folks who are on the board, 95% of the time they're trying to help. They're not going in with bad intentions or anything
Right,
like
right,
that. You know,
right.
they're trying to help, and they just sometimes you just feel like you're helpless trying to help. And then there are some who just, I sit on that board.
yes.
So, and we do send, when we get calls in here, we send them to the townships. We don't send them to you guys. We give them township contact
Yeah.
information. But my dad had a sign hanging in his office, Jake might remember, and it says, "Lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part." So putting our road
I
and
do
bridge
remember that
department out, making them stop what they're doing in their progress because you didn't get your cart road done in the 9-month period or 6-month period, whatever
Right.
it is, doesn't really sit well.
No.
So,
And part of that is picking up the old dirt.
well, yeah,
We have to plan around that.
anything
say,
we have to stop to
I don't
do.
have any problems with other than the townships that had a breakdown on their motor grader. Like
Yeah.
Bethlehem, they had to have theirs basically rebuilt. And so they got behind on that one. And then Clinton Township, which I went down the road the other day, it's not in that terrible shape. But that was the cut through road for whenever the
Sure.
13 South.
Hmm.
So every one of mine that hasn't been able to get done has got reasons behind it.
A legit reason.
Yes,
not we
yeah,
just
it's not
didn't
just
get it done.
because
I've got
it's
a few
August and I forgot to do anything.
I've got, I think, 2 or 3 that I called, and that was Thursday.
See, I've been
And I
across
still
every
haven't
one
heard.
of them. They're either waiting for rock because they got caught in the rip with the rain, or
Good.
yeah, or it's Clinton Township that hasn't got started because of that, and then they're also in the process of trying to get their maintenance guy to actually get out there and do it. So
Well,
working out
previously
schedules.
they would have people calling them at Christmas Eve and
That's
on the
right.
weekend. So you guys stick to that November 30th date.
Yeah. If you
That's
stick
a
to your
start.
dates, I'm all in for it. I used to gripe about it all the time.
Oh, it's aggravating. 'Cause we cut off the books, after
Fair
we
enough.
budget, and then they come in with the cart payment because no, there's a reason you have cutoff periods.
Right.
You miss, you snooze, you
That's no
lose.
problem.
It's over.
Yeah, no, I hate to
We've
be
already
that
cut
way,
the
but I'm
books
pretty
off.
easy
Well,
with everything else.
You ain't gonna kill me.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt.
And we know things happen, life happens.
Yeah,
There
sure.
are extenuating circumstances sometimes that cause things not to happen. We're not talking about that. We're talking about absolutely just waiting until.
That's
Yeah.
right.
right.
And normally you know about them ahead of
So yes, look at your cart numbers there, Jake, in your road and bridge budget.
Okay. The annual gas tax distribution, is that also a sum that they get to operate on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They get gas
It's a
tax.
percent.
Okay. I just want to make
You
sure
got-
that I'm on
You
the
gotta
same
remember
page.
all them you divide by the
But
miles.
it's out of
Yes.
the same.
How many miles
It's
of
out of
road?
the same funds.
That's how we designate it.
It's
Road and
out of the
bridge.
same collection funds
Yes.
that we
Yeah.
collect. They
Yeah.
get gas tax and they get cart.
Okay. I'm gonna go do some ciphering.
Siphoning. Are you desperate for gas tax? Jake?
Take my shoes off so I can count my toes.
And then you
Well,
can see
that
on
makes it
page
feel
7 what's been dispersed of that, Jake.
Pardon, I'm sorry.
On page 7, you can see what we've expended of cart and township gas.
Yeah.
It has its own line.
And it's been spent.
Only 50% of our cart funds have been spent as of Friday.
I wonder if most of the trees I better get just about gone.
They've got this one over here on the corner,
Yeah,
and
They were working over here on the east side this
they've
morning.
got this
loading.
side over here yet to do. I think Joey asked about that maple tree that across from that big one we had him take out, and had the whole center was out of it.
Mhm.
Looks like it's either had some wind damage, storm damage. He was asking about how we wanted to shape that up. Shape it up, make it look as healthy as possible. Okay.
We've expended all our gas tax. But we've only expended 50% of our current funds. So you're halfway there, guys.
Yeah.
Looking good, aren't we? Oh, there it is. Finally got it. Okay. Perfect.
Much like Windsor Specials
Oh, good.
Emergency Fund, you gotta think about that for road and bridge too. We go fix one of these pieces of equipment. It usually costs us pretty.
yeah, it costs us a lot more.
$9,000 for a pin.
Yeah. Hey, you getting them trucks and everything. All that new stuff costs money.
Yeah. You have for adjournment?
Yes, yes. I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Well, I was getting ready to make it, but I'll second it.
Motion been made, seconded, adjourned. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carried.